stories this evening, sponsored by Courts Bringing Value Home. Azardin Mohammed denies a 17-year-old girl's sexual allegations. The mischief makers are out, Mohammed. Santa Aratak residents express concerns about the village's reputation after rape allegations surface. Campbell stands in the way of the PPPC's unchecked greed. AFC condemns incessant attacks, and the GCAM opens applications for polling day staff. HGP Nightly News begins now. Good evening to our viewers here in Guyana and online. I'm Aletha Grant with the Wednesday, 12th February 2025 edition of the HGP Nightly News. This is what you need to know this evening. Businessman and philanthropist Azardin Mohammed has denied sexual allegations leveled against him by a 17-year-old girl. He says the mischief makers are out. Travis Chase has been following that story.
Alleging that political mischief is afoot, well-known businessman Azardin Mohammed has completely denied claims of sexual abuse of a teenage girl. Through his attorneys UC Anderson, Renee Marcus and Cassidy Nurse, Mohammed said he is open to a full investigation of the claims by local and international investigators. A young lady who said she is 17 years old, during an interview with social media commentator turned government contractor Michael Rodriguez, claimed that she was allegedly sexually assaulted by the businessman and his team during a visit to her indigenous community of Santa Aratak, located in the Comuni Creek Region 3. She claims the incident took place in December of 2024. Nightly News contacted Tusha of the village the young lady claims she is from, and he had this to say.
I didn't recognize the girl, and I was not around when Mr. Mohammed visited the community in October. But everybody knows politics is in the air, right? And if you need to do your political game, please take it somewhere else. Leave Santa Aratak clear. Because all what Mr. Mohammed is coming in this community and do is share things to the people, spin around 2 minutes, and then he leave and go on his way.
The businessman and team Mohammed said they are willing to submit themselves to any polygraph test administered by competent foreign security agencies. While the young lady claims that she did not tell anyone of the alleged abuse, Nightly News understands that the businessman on Tuesday lodged a report at the cybercrime section of the Brickdam police station against the teen. Contacted for a comment, Mohammed told Nightly News that he has never seen or spoken to the young lady, nor would he indulge in what he is being accused of. He said since he signaled his political ambitions, he has been subjected to the most vile attacks on social media. He reminded that Michael Rodriguez, well known as the Guyanese critic, who is currently facing a multi-million-dollar lawsuit by the Mohammed's family and their company, is known to be a political mischief maker. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
Meanwhile, residents of Santa Aratak Mission are concerned that their village is now at the center of recent rape allegations made against businessman Azardin Mohammed. More details from Daisy Richards.
Following allegations of rape against businessman Azardin Mohammed, residents of Santa Aratak Mission are now worried about the village's reputation after its name was used by the alleged victim. Tusha of the community, Christopher Govaya, said politics should be taken somewhere else.
So, let us carry that nonsense somewhere. Don't bring it to this community, because it's not like that. We don't know her.
A resident of the community had much to say on the matter, highlighting that the blame will not be placed on the person who conducted the interview, but rather on the residents of the village.
Because it is our Santa Mission that is being tarnished. Right? It's not only, when you hear about Santa Mission, it's not only one person can get blamed. You know, everybody's going to look at us. And my children, your children, everybody here.
The woman said the village has become a major tourist destination, and this might decrease the flow of foot traffic through their community.
The community
this is our community. And we are a tourism port too, where people would normally come to visit us. And this now going against our name can really be bad. You know, we will see the lack of visitors visiting here.
For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
Following the acting Chief Justice's ruling against a group of Mocha Arcadia residents who sought over $200 million in damages to their homes, the squatters must now pay $2 million in costs to the respondents. Tiana Cole reports.
On Friday, Acting Chief Justice Roxanne George ruled against 6 displaced squatters from Caneview, Mocha, whose homes were bulldozed by the state in early 2023. The residents lost their bid for compensation and have instead been ordered to pay $2 million in costs to the respondents. The residents lost their bid for compensation and have instead been ordered to pay $2 million in cost to the respondents, the Attorney General, the Central Housing and Planning Authority, and the Guyana Sugar Corporation, Gaisuku. Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Annie Nandlal, during his weekly program Issues in the News on Tuesday, said the judgment serves as a timely reminder that squatters have no legal rights to the land they occupy.
If you are ever in doubt, clarifies for you, any squatter or potential squatter, what your legal status is.
He explained how the lands were owned by Gaisuku and later transferred to CHMPA, meaning they were never private properties belonging to any individual. The Attorney General further stated that squatters, through their own evidence, proved that they had engaged the government to regularize the area, which invalidated their claim of acquiring prescriptive rights.
If it is your property as you claim, and it is not the government's property or the state's property, why are you petitioning the state to regularize you?
He added that the lawyers representing the claimants made serious errors in their court filings, failing to take into account legal amendments that prohibits individuals from acquiring prescriptive titles to state lands.
The state was completely justified in taking steps to remove them and their buildings and erections from the state's lands.
Nandlal stated that the government does not necessarily need a court order to remove squatters from state land, as the law allows for removal through self-help. He added that the squatters were served notices as far back as 2008, informing them that they needed to vacate the land as it was designated for the construction of a highway. Engagement with the residents continued in 2021, and even since more than 150 residents heeded the warning and accepted house lots and compensation to relocate. The government paid approximately $250 million in compensation to the squatters, provided them with title lands and housing, and assisted with their relocation. In delivering a ruling, the Acting Chief Justice stated that the residents failed to provide evidence supporting their claims of ownership for lots 11 and 16 at Caneview. She pointed out that critical details such as clear survey data and detailed land descriptions were notably missing. Tiana Cole reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Join us after this break for more news. Stay tuned.
Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where lighting and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort? Explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Durban Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover a solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical Inc. powering your life with elegance, quality, and care.
With 70% ethyl alcohol, Mighty Foam Hand Sanitizer eliminates 99.99% of all germs and even moisturizes in the process, leaving your skin clean and hydrated. Mighty Foam Hand Sanitizer. How do you stay clean?
Establishment. No job is too small or too large. We specialize in all types of fabricating, machinery, excavator repairs, rice field pumps, and hydraulic hoses. Visit us at Lot 113, Block CC Monrepo, East Coast, Demerara, or call 220-9624, 616-9416, or 619-7880. At Krishna Roth Establishment, no job is too small or too large.
You're watching the HGP Nightly News. Welcome back. The Alliance for Change says because Dr. Terence Campbell stands in the way of the ruling People's Progressive Party Civic's unchecked greed, it has unleashed the vilest attacks on him. The AFC has come out in condemnation of such attacks. Travis Chase reports.
The latest assault on Dr. Terence Campbell, a member of the Investment Committee of the Natural Resource Fund, is yet another chapter in the PPPC's long and sordid history of intimidation, and we stand with the PNC and APNU in condemning his vilification and attempts to silence him, unquote. That's the position of the Alliance for Change, as they urge the People's Progressive Party Civic to cease attacking Dr. Campbell. The AFC believes since Campbell has been courageously speaking out to protect Guyana's oil wealth from being siphoned off, the PPPC has launched an unrelenting attack on him, attempting to discredit, threaten, and silence him. Last week, the businessman presented himself to the police at the Criminal Investigations Department in the company of his lawyer after word got around that the police was after him in relation to a cybercrime report.
I have indicated that if they ever want Mr. Campbell, they can contact me and I will bring him in. As you know, the Guyana Police Force has a disposition to issue wanted bulletins for people without actually contacting them or attempting to contact them. So it is our hope that this, now that we've indicated that he's not running, he is available.
The Alliance for Change says, quote, Dr. Campbell stands in the way of the PPPC's unchecked greed, and so they seek to destroy him. But let it be known, we stand with him. We stand with all who fight for justice, for accountability, for a Guyana free from the clutches of despotic rule, unquote. Recently, Dr. Campbell raised concerns over surveillance of his home and his growing fears for the country's future under the People's Progressive Party Civic. The businessman has consistently raised alarm about government's management of the Natural Resources Fund, highlighting multiple instances of alleged violations of the law. The alleged violations of the law is expected to make its way before a judge soon. It was Campbell who also wrote to the United States Department of Justice requesting information on the reported purchase of a U.S. $770,000 New York home by Sherwin Greaves, former chief executive of the Central Housing and Planning Authority. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Travis. ExxonMobil Guyana Limited and its partners are seeking government's approval for the Longtail project in the Stabroek Block. Antonio Day has that story.
I have just submitted the environmental authorization application for a eighth project, the Longtail project.
That was ExxonMobil Guyana Limited President Alistair Routledge during a press briefing on Wednesday. ExxonMobil's eighth project Longtail is situated in the Stabroek Block, about 120 miles offshore of Guyana. Routledge stated that once the 8th project is approved, it will help the oil company to develop non-associated gas resources.
Longtail comes with a good amount of liquids, condensates in particular. So that field development, we are starting the process with the environmental authorization application.
The EMGL president also announced that the oil conglomerate is producing about 650,000 barrels of oil daily from 3 projects in the Sabro block, with a 4th project. Yellowtail is set to boost Guyana's daily production to around 900,000 barrels later this year. Whiptail and Warrow, 2 other projects were approved with production set to commence before the end of 10 years. The company is also expecting to submit its field development plan for Hammerhead, the 7th project, to the government by March 2025. Numerous critics of the oil and gas industry have raised alarms over the company's tendency to exceed established production safety limits, highlighting significant risks that could have far-reaching consequences for both the environment and public safety. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
The Guyana Elections Commission GCAM is switching gears as it has begun advertising for polling day staff. Tiana Cole reports.
Just recently, during the consideration of estimates for the national budget, it was disclosed that the Guyana Elections Commission GCAM intends to train close to 20,000 polling day staff, and plan it has not yet been revealed. On day 2 of the consideration of estimates for the national budget in the Committee of Supply, Minister of Parliamentary Affairs and Governance Gail Teixeira spoke to the allocation.
This is involving 19,000 people being trained for election day staff.
Additionally, $122 million was approved for renting private buildings to serve as polling stations.
Rental of buildings for polling stations, $122,700,000. And this is under 2 programs. Program 1, $94,744,000, and Program 2, $132,561,000. So this is all the increase, obviously, is because of elections and that we have to have polling stations. Some may be free public buildings, others may have to be rented.
Recently, the electoral body reiterated its commitment to ensuring the election process is safeguarded and its integrity upheld, emphasizing the importance of a free, fair, transparent, and credible system that can earn the public's confidence. Tiana Cole reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Tiana. We have more news for you on the other side of this break. Stay with us.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
Ready to up your game? Ready to up your game? Win big with over 60 epic prizes. A brand new PS5, Nintendo Switch, iPhone 16 Pro Max, Apple smartwatch, and the hottest earbuds from Apple and Samsung. Plus, we are giving away thousands in phone credit and a whole year supply of Buster or Turbo Energy drink. Here's how. Buy any Buster or Turbo Energy drink. Find the code starting with BB and enter online or on WhatsApp. Visit us on Facebook or Instagram at Turbo_Caribbean or Buster Guyana for all the details. Don't just play. Up your game with Buster and Turbo Energy.
thanks for staying with us. You're watching the HGP Nightly News. A 91-year-old man is now hospitalized following a fire at his Durban Street home on Wednesday. More in this Daisy Richards report.
Herbert Gaskin, 91, was on Wednesday morning rushed to the hospital after a fire destroyed his home at the corner of Durban and Palm Street, Georgetown. Nadia Gravesandi, who is the man's neighbor, said that she was at home relaxing when she was alerted by sounds of breaking glass.
I get up and I peep out, and when I peep out, I wanted to find that the neighbor next door houses was on fire. It was like totally on fire, and I observed that the wires the electric wires start bursting and sparking. So I ran out.
She then saw and alerted her brother, who was an officer in the Guyana Fire Service, who contacted the fire station.
And I guess with his quick action, he was able to get a fire in here to save the building that I'm living in. But the damages that exceed our building is that the back part is burned, but not severely burned.
A man also successfully rescued an elderly woman who resides a short distance from the fire scene.
It's very elders don't have the back, so at least they got secure someone of them. As we don't have the back for the big woman, they have to put you over the fence. But everything is everything.
Gaskin's home was the only house destroyed by the blaze. An investigation to determine the cause of the fire is ongoing. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
The Ministry of Agriculture today launched its MASH band as the nation prepares to celebrate its 55th Republic anniversary. Antonio Day has that story.
Minister of Agriculture Zulfikar Mustafa Adelon said that the ministry's band will proudly showcase the transformation seen in the sector as it exemplifies the country's cultural diversity.
This event brings people together, and I hope that what we'll be doing for MASH can be replicated not only during MASH time, but every day in our life.
Mustafa said that Ghana is dubbed as the leading country for food security and is advancing in sectors such as apiculture, known as beekeeping, where honey is produced on a large scale. With great moments like these, the subject minister posted that as the country observes its 55th Republican anniversary, racism and divisiveness should not be felt here.
Because we have a country to build, and it's in our future to build this country. And when we have distraction, like politics, race, and other things, then we can be a developed country. So we are a major honey-producing country now.
The colorful costumes depicting agricultural products, locally both non-traditional and traditional, were designed by Guyanese fashionista Olympia Small Sunaram. Small Sunaram gave the media a sneak peek behind the costume.
The female individual really comes out of me because it's meant to be the breadbasket. We know Guyana is the breadbasket of the Caribbean, and that is something I always like to let people remember, and that the female individual definitely embodies that. And when I travel, a lot of people ask for the honey that comes from Guyana. There's something about our honey, and I needed to portray that in a very big way. When you see the float, you'll understand what I mean.
The costumes will showcase industries such as agriculture, rice, corn and soybean, cut rows, agro-processing, and aquaculture. Mashramani 2025 is being celebrated on the theme Expressing Our Culture and Creativity as One Ghana. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Antonio. Stay tuned for regional news.
It's Digicel's 18th anniversary, and we're going big with our blowout sale. Get up to 40% off Samsung smartphones. Yes, you heard that right. 40% off Samsung smartphones. Grab the Samsung A05 for just $17,000. The A15 for only $27,000. And the A25 at a jaw-dropping $35,000. But wait, there's more. With every purchase, enjoy a 30-day free data plan to stay connected. Hurry to a Digicel store near you. Offer good while stocks last. Digicel, the network for everyone, everywhere.
Interested in honoring or paying tribute to a loved one, or just making a loved one feel special? HGP HGP TV offers you all that and more. Air your birthday greetings, death announcements, and wedding anniversaries on HGP TV today. HGP TV offers affordable prices, convenience, and great services. Call us on 220-3660 or email us at sales@hgptv.com.
It's a new day with Shilling Oil. A unique blend of natural oils to help ease and soothe the day-to-day discomforts of life. Get relief from muscle and joint pain, headaches, and congestion. Shilling Oil lets you get back to the things you love doing most. What a relief. With Shilling Oil. Distributed by Massey Distribution.
Richards with Wednesday's edition of the Regional News. We begin with news from Trinidad and Tobago. Minutes after a vehicle with teenagers sped past a police traffic exercise, the vehicle crashed, killing 2 and a third hospitalized on Monday. Police said around 9:40 p.m., officers attached to the Marabella police station were conducting the exercise along Southern Main Road in Point-a-Pier near Tropical Plaza when they observed the red Nissan Tita proceeding in the northern direction at a high rate of speed. The officers attempted to stop the vehicle, however it sped off. Officers pursued the Nissan Tita and observed that it lost control near the Flower Pot Beach. The car veered off the road and collided with a utility pole on the eastern side of the roadway. Officers approached the vehicle and found 3 male passengers pinned in the back seat. FSSO Solomon and a team attached to the Munri Post fire station used the jaws of life to remove the 3 passengers. Khalita Jamal King, 16, of Marabella, was pronounced dead at the scene. Thray Collymore, age unknown, also Marabella, was pronounced dead at the San Fernando General Hospital. Another 16-year-old boy was hospitalized in serious condition. Corporal Chan Gore is continuing investigations. While in St. Kitts and Nevis is poised to take a significant step forward in harnessing its geothermal energy potential, having secured a US $20 million concessionary loan from the Saudi Arabia Fund. Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew and the Premier of Nevis, Mark Brantley, made the announcement in a joint statement on Monday. This is a significant step forward for this important project and now means that the drilling phase can proceed as soon as the bidding process is complete, the statement read. Geothermal exploration in the Federation began with an initial US $17 million loan from the Caribbean Development Bank, CDB, which helped kickstart the drilling phase. However, additional funding was required to fully support the project's progression. With a new loan in place, the country is now equipped to continue its efforts to develop renewable energy resources and reduce reliance on fossil fuels. In November 2023, the Federation passed a resolution to prioritize the development of geothermal energy as a national initiative. This move aligns with St. Kitts and Nevis' broader goals of sustainable development and energy independence. Finally, the resignation of Colombia Defense Minister Ivan Velasquez from President Gustavo Petro's cabinet is definitive, the ministry said in a social media post on Tuesday, as Velasquez joins the Environment and Interior ministers in exiting the government. Petro asked all his ministers to present their resignations on Sunday after a tense televised cabinet meeting last week led some officials to step down. Quote, "Based on information circulating in the media, we inform you that the Minister of Defense, Ivan Velasquez, presented his irrevocable resignation from the post," unquote, the ministry said on X. Some ministers and other cabinet members publicly objected to the naming of a controversial new advisor to Petro, former Senator Armando Benedetti, and new Foreign Minister Laura Sarabia during the cabinet meeting last week. Other ministers, including new Finance Minister Diego Guevara, have or will present their protocol resignations, their ministries have said. Petro has previously requested mass cabinet resignations in order to make changes to the government, but has historically kept some ministers in their posts. Petro, currently on a visit to Dubai, has not yet named replacements for any ministers. Thank you for watching. Until next time.
Azardin Mohammed denies 17-year-old girl's sexual allegations. The mischief makers are out. Mohammed. Santa Aritak residents express concerns about the village's reputation after rape allegations surface. Campbell stands in the way of the PPPC's unchecked greed. AFC condemns incessant attacks. And the GCAM opens applications for polling day staff. Those are our major headlines. For these stories and more, please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm Aletha Grant. Thanks for watching.